what time it is. Let's get into it. Today, we're going to be talking about top 10 rappers who shouldn't drop in 2024. By the way, this list was brought to you by Hip Hop DX. Shout outs to Hip Hop DX. Yo, shout outs to Cardi Bernardi in the background. I don't know what she's doing right now. But anyways, let's get into this list. First one on the list, y'all already know who on there. Mr. Sean Diddy Combs.
Get him out of here!
Now it says here, allegations made against Sean Diddy Combs is nothing new. Whether it's the alleged mistreatment of artists, business-wise, or allegedly hiring a group of gang members to murder Tupac. He's weathered many storms throughout his lengthy career. He's definitely weathered a couple storms, I gotta be honest with you. But the bad always outshines the good. Let's move on, man. Let's move on. I'll read a little bit more of what it says here. Give you guys a little bit more, then we'll move on to the next artist. It says here, however, 2023 saw the bad boy mogul face an onslaught of trouble as multiple sexual assault allegations surfaced, including one with Cassie that was settled out of court. These allegations began to erode his bottom line, leading to his departure from Revolt and costing him a planned reality show and several lucrative business partnerships. Yeah, man. Diddy definitely took an L in 2023 with those allegations. Whether they were true or not, they were brought to the internet, and once they get there, it's over. Now you got brand deals that are promoting themselves or paying for promotion, advertisers on Revolt TV backing out like, we don't want nothing to do with this if Diddy's the face of it. Anyways, let's move on. Mr. 6ix9ine. Ho, 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 Lee.
Get him out of here!
I already know I gotta say get him out of here, man. 6ix9ine's always in it, man. He's always in something. But something I gotta say about 6ix9ine is that 6ix9ine's been staying alive in the Spanish game. You know what I mean? Like, he's been killing it overseas, I gotta say. You know what I mean? He got his new little boo thing, Yalin, which things are in a rumble right now because I heard they broke up. I'm making a video on that, probably dropping it tomorrow, so make sure you guys stay tuned into that. Dropping a whole video. Him and his boo thing broke up. But anyway, nonetheless, I want to talk about 6ix9ine's career, how it's gone downhill. Like, let's be honest. Since he came home, he hasn't been able to drop a hit. And you guys know that. The last song that he dropped with Kodak Black was a flop. And he supposedly paid $1 million. Well, it wasn't him that paid the $1 million. Supposedly the $1 million was paid by somebody that was doing business with him. I believe it was one of these companies that I think one of the vape companies. There was two of them. So I don't know which one it was, but it was one of the vape companies that he's doing business with that actually put out the $1 million for the feature, which I'm asking myself for what, right? The only thing, I think it was Dummy Vapes, because whatever vape company that you guys see in that video that he dropped with Kodak Black, that's the company that paid the $1 million to Kodak Black for Kodak Black to do that feature with Mr. 6ix9ine. Now that song was a flop. You know, it didn't cost 6ix9ine $1 million, but it was a flop. You know what I mean? That $1 million could have gone to anything else. I mean, I think I would have put that $1 million towards promotion, paid ads. I think the company would have got way more out of paid ads than giving Kodak Black $1 million for a song that flopped with 6ix9ine. I just got to keep it real. Anyways, it says here, following the unsuccessful release of his LP Tattletales, hyped with relentless trolling that failed to boost sales, 6ix9ine recalibrated his approach. The former gang member, cosplayer, and one-time state informant relocated to the Dominican Republic like nothing never happened. Nah, that's not true. 6ix9ine never relocated to the Dominican Republic. 6ix9ine still lives here in Miami. He has a home in Florida. Not Miami, but he has a home in South Florida. Yeah, he's been staying in the Dominican Republic a little bit more now because, like I told you, he's in love with his new little boo thing. They've been together for like 7 or 8 months, something like that. But recently, I seen that she got arrested because she was busting up all his cars in his house. So, and that was in Florida, in South Florida, at his home. So, yeah, he spends time in DR, but he doesn't live there. and pivoted to Latin music. That is true. Like I told you guys, he definitely shifted over to that Latin community and he's killing it over there. You know what I mean? Because, yo, most people that listen to, 95% of people that listen to Spanish music, they don't even care about that snitching shit, nor they even know anything about it. They don't even know. They don't even know about 6ix9ine's history, bro. 6ix9ine's like a new artist to them. I'm telling y'all. I talk to people that only speak Spanish and listen to Spanish music. They're like, oh yeah, 6ix9ine, 6ix9ine. They don't know nothing about that other ish that happened. Anyways, says here, with the release of Leyenda Viva this past summer, a fully Spanish album he dropped out of nowhere. Let's move on, bro. Let's move on. Like I told y'all, 6ix9ine, he's cooked in hip hop, but I think he still has a chance to survive in Spanish. Now, the next artist here that they got on Hip Hop DX, Andre 3000. I don't really got much to say about Andre 3000. You know what I mean? Andre 3000, I feel like he did his thing back in the day. It's just recently it hasn't been hitting. You know what I mean? It just hasn't been hitting. I got to keep it all the way funky with y'all. Now, it says here, Andre 3000 has raised a bar for himself that is so high, it overwhelmed him into a 2-decade stagnation. That's facts. He still makes occasional appearances throughout, like his notable feature on Killer Mike's latest LP, which garnered him a nomination in Hip Hop's DX Verse of the Year category. However, for those who read only the headlines about a new Andre 3000 album, the flute-focused new Blue Sun was a jarring experience. It is what it is, man. I think Andre 3000 definitely can be the old Andre 3000. Some artists are just for a certain time. Like they have their time, and once their time passes, there's no coming back because they were just good, and that was their slot. You know what I mean? They made their slot. Like Fetty Wap. Fetty Wap made his slot, and he made amazing music after, but nothing after that hit, right? Nothing that Fetty Wap dropped after his slot time hit the same. You know what I mean? Because there was other artists that we was already interested in that wasn't him. You know what I mean? So I just feel like that for a lot of artists. I feel like they come out, some artists, not all of them, but some have their slot time. They just come out at that right time. You know what I mean? They hit at that right time where we needed a different sound, where we needed that. You know what I mean? And it just was that for that period of time. And after that, no matter what else they make, even if it's better than what they dropped initially, we're like, we're good. Let's just move on. It is what it is. It happens with a lot of artists. Anyways, moving on. Partisan. Partisan was really never a rapper. Like, what are we talking about here? Let's see what it says, though. It says, Partisan pen's game is undeniable, having earned writing credits for hits like Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion's WAP and Cardi B's 2-time platinum single, Up. However, as a solo artist, he hasn't been able to recreate the magic of his 2018 Back It Up. Off of Underrated. What is it? Because it has an 8. Underrated. All right, Underrated. He is currently on a mission to get things back on track with his latest release, Sex Tape. I guess that's Sex Tape. I guess he puts an 8 instead of an A. I guess what it is. However, it's his exhaustive press tour that makes a case for him to switch up his angle this upcoming year. I don't know, bro. Partisan, yeah, I think he's a great, what are we gonna call him? A ghostwriter? I guess he's a great ghostwriter. He did write some hits, right? But even, I mean, I don't know about Partisan. I really haven't listened to some of his music, so I really can't speak on him. But man, it happens with a lot of these people that start writing or making beats. They want to be the artist. It's like, come on, man, just enjoy what you do. You know, you're a good ghostwriter, right? Just ghostwrite. That's all you have to worry about, and you're gonna make the bag. People are still gonna know you, probably not as much as the artist, but people are gonna know you. I feel like a lot of the time this happens with a lot of producers and songwriters because they know that the success that artist is getting is because of their talent, right? Party probably looks at Cardi B like, yo, all this, all this buzz that she's getting, all this applause that she's getting is because of my talent, because I wrote that, I made that song. So I could kind of see why a lot of the times these writers and producers want to become the star, right? Because they want that attention. They want that. And I'm not going to say every one of them, but a lot of them, sometimes they want that. You know what I mean? They want to come out and they want to be seen. They want to be applauded. And when you're in the background just writing it, you don't get that. You know what I'm saying? You don't get that pat in the back. You know what I mean? They don't know you everywhere you go. The song is playing everywhere, but no one know you wrote it. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I just think Party needs to stick to what he does best, being a ghostwriter. And he's going to be all right. He's going to be all right. All right, moving on to the list. Moving on. Oh, they got that boy Young Thug, man. Hey, yo.
Wow. Get him out of here.
Wrong one. Yo. Free my boy Young Thug, man. Young Thug is going through it right now, man. They had one of his co-defendants in court today, bro. They was telling that man throw up gang signs. I'm making a video on that too, man. That's just crazy, man. This man was throwing up all the gang signs. He was saying what they mean. It is out of hand. No one's standing solid. You know what I mean? Like these people that were running around Mr. Young Thug, they looking at it like, yo, we're not about to go do 10, 15 years. Like we're really broke. Like we ain't got money. Like some of these people, think about it. They got kids. Man, another man is about to raise your kids. You're about to go sit for 15 years. So I can understand why some of these people are just like, yo, listen, man, 15 years?
Get him out of here.
They're not trying to do it. Nobody's really trying to do that in 2024. Because I was about to say 2023, but we are in 2024. So yeah, nobody's trying to do 10, 15 years, especially if you're in your 30s or your 40s. Like, come on, man. I got to keep it away.
Get him out of here.
Young Thug is in a tough position, and I predicted what's going to happen to Young Thug. I think Young Thug is going to sit down for at least, I'm going to say 5 years. You know what I mean? At least. They're probably going to give him more, but he's probably going to be able to just do 5 and come home on a program or something. Hopefully, right? But he's going to have to go sit down for some time. It is what it is. Is where his situation is at. You know, I don't know. People say there isn't enough evidence. I say there's more than enough evidence. He's rapped about most of the ish that he did, allegedly, we're going to say. And a lot of the things that they're putting together in the puzzle line up with his music. So it's like, it's a tough one, man. I got to keep it G with you. It's a tough one. It says here, Young Thug is without question one of the more important artists within the current generation of hip hop. However, when one foot remains planted in dealings that could be considered bad for business, it's not uncommon for things to go left. For Thugger and his YSL crew, things went about as left as possible when he and his affiliates were nabbed as part of a sprawling RICO case. That's straight facts, man. Like Young Thug was on top of the world. If you guys think about Young Thug was really, like, think about it, man. Gunna had just dropped one of the hardest albums before all this thing went down. And even though people say that Gunna snitched, Gunna was still able to go sit down for nearly a year, come home and drop one of his biggest albums and kill 2023 as one of his biggest years in music. So I got to give it to Gunna. People saying that he snitched, listen, man, I don't think he said anything.
Get him out of here.
He says something, but if you guys listen to it, it seems like the deal that Gunna worked, it seems like that deal that he worked out doesn't make him have to go take the stand. And they probably told him that. They probably told him that, listen, you do this and you'll be good. You're out of this. We're not going to call you. I'm pretty sure they convinced him. I'm more than 99% sure that they told him that. It's the only reason probably why he did that. You know what I mean? And that's why he probably looking at it like, yo, I'm good, you know. To be honest with you, Young Thug's father came out and kind of said that Gunna's good. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Anyways, let's keep going. Who's next? Oh, Mr. Joe. But Joe Budden don't drop no music. Yo, Joe Budden is killing it in the podcast game. Why is Joe Budden on this list? Yo, Hip Hop DX, what's going on? Yo, Joe Budden he has killed it in 2023. I got to give this man his flowers. Although all the bumps in the roads that he had, and you guys know that, you know, he has had a lot of bumps on the road, like a lot of ups and downs and stuff like that. But lately, he stayed, I have to say, he stayed consistent on YouTube, and it paid off for him. His podcast is doing really good numbers in 2023 and 2024 as we are now. So I have to say that Joe Budden, he definitely caught a W. He caught a W. Now, I don't know why he made this list, because Joe Budden is not a rapper anymore. Joe Budden hasn't dropped any music in years, right? I think like it's been years. Joe Budden is a retired rapper. If you haven't heard, he said it many times. However, he recently teased the possibility of dipping his toes back in the water. I don't think so, man. Listen, yo, if Joe Budden drops something, he's trolling, bro. He's just doing it to do it at this point. Because let's be honest, with the money that Joe Budden makes off of YouTube, he doesn't need to drop any music. Joe Budden is more than well and living more than well. So I doubt we'll hear any music from Joe Budden. Maybe a fun track that he might just drop on some like, yo, let me just, you know what I mean? But I doubt we'll see anything from Joe Budden. That's what I think. I think Joe Budden is doing more than well in podcasting. And I really don't think that he has any reasons why he should return to music. Anyways, let's move on this list. Who we got next? Keefy D.
Get him out of here!
Nah, not Keefy D. Come on, man. Yo, listen, man. Keefy D has had a rough year. All those podcasts that he did, Vlad TV, The Art of Dialogue, they ended up costing him his freedom. And it is what it is. Keefy D was is one of the guys, or the only guy that is left alive from this whole situation that happened the night that Tupac got murdered in Las Vegas. Now, all the other people that were in this car that night with Keefy D are no longer here. Some of them were shot, other had health complications and passed away. Keefy D is the only one alive, and he's been making these rounds in these podcasts, and he's been saying a little bit way too much. If you guys don't know, he also dropped a book explaining everything that happened that night. I didn't read it, but if you guys watch Flash TV's interview with Keefy D, you guys will hear a lot of what was said in that book that Vlad TV asks Keefy D about. Now, again, I don't know why Keefy D made this list. Hip Hop DX has got to be trolling, because like I thought this was rappers. This was a rappers list. But anyways, let's read here what it says. It says, over 25 years after Tupac's murder, the arrest of Keefy D as a suspect was not surprising to many. Given his many previous statements, this is largely because he's been telling anyone willing to point a camera at him that he was in the car with the real killer the night of the legendary rapper's murder for the better part of the past decade. However, it appears that he's now getting the attention he ordered, and with plenty of great quotes to pull from it seems like it could be a slam dunk case. While he hasn't specifically expressed any interest in dropping an album, it currently wouldn't surprise if he did. I don't think he's going to drop an album. Like, come on, man. Keefy D, like, what is Keefy D going to rap about? The night that Tupac got shot? I mean, he did move some weight back in the day. Keefy D was moving some weight. I ain't going to lie to y'all. Keefy D was out here pushing them bricks. Allegedly, according to him, he said this on Vlad TV's podcast. Like, he said that the whole thing with him moving them bricks, his plug and everything got messed up because at the time when Tupac got shot, there was too much heat on him. And the plug that he was doing business with that was throwing him all the bricks told him like, yo, we don't want to listen, yo. We don't want to do no more business. Y'all way too hot on the block, and we don't want none of that heat over here. And supposedly, according to Keefy D, he lost a lot of money in that time because, you know, they had a lot of heat on him because people were around saying that, you know, they were the ones that were in charge of that hit of Tupac that night. Now it says here, he now claims that his accounts have essentially all been capped. We strongly suggest he embraces his right to remain silent from now on. Well, I hope so too, because if he starts talking too much in court, he's definitely not coming home. But if he does decide to dabble in music, we have a great suggestion for an album named Rap Snitch Niches. Nah, man, yo, come on.
Get him out of here!
Yo, why y'all playing with my boy Keefy D like that, bro? Yo, Hip Hop DX, y'all violated my boy, you heard?
Get him out of here!
Well, he ain't my boy, man. This man, if this man was in the car that Tupac got shot, that the night that Tupac got shot in the car with the killer, man, get him out of here.
Get him out of here!
Honestly, man, like, it doesn't make no difference at this point, right? Like, yo, Keefy D, I heard he had cancer at one point. Like, Keefy D has been going through it, you know? He's battling, like, yo, they put Keefy D might die in jail before this whole case gets solved, bro. Like, he's old already. Like, I mean, listen, bro. If he wasn't the one that really did it, let him go, man. I gotta keep it real. All right, next one on this list. Mr. Kodak Black. Yo, shout out to Kodak Black. Yo, I seen that interview with Kodak Black on the Breakfast Club, and when he said champagne, you know, they brought him over that they was Nori was telling him like, yo, you want some champagne? And he was like, yeah, I'll tell you some champagne. Yo, Kodak Black he's a legend, bro. We gotta keep it all the way funky. Kodak Black is a legend, bro. Like, he comes up with these terminologies, like, I don't even know from where. Like, bring over the champagne. Like, now I don't say champagne no more. I call it champagne. You know what I mean? Like, bring over the champagne. Anyways, understandably, fans have found Kodak's Black downward spiral in 2023 distressing, particularly his troubling appearance on Drink Champs. The rapper is ending the year in federal custody for probation violation. He was arrested in December 7th of 2023 for attempting to ingest 4.1 grams of cocaine as police officer approaches vehicle. Yo,
get him out of here!
Yo, this is what I hate about these. I gotta keep it all the way funky. Like, sometimes these cops, man, they be doing a little bit too much. Like, how they know that it was actually 4.1. Was it 4.1 grams that y'all found, or was it 4.1 grams that he was trying to ingest? Because if he was trying to eat 4.1 grams, how you guys found 4.1 grams? And if he ingested it, how do you guys know that it was 4.1 grams? I just don't know, man. All I'm gonna say is that Kodak Black is very talented, and it's very sad that he's so deep into drugs. Like, Kodak Black is super, super, super deep into, like, perks and all these drugs, the yerkies, as we like to call them. They call them. I don't know. I don't mess with none of that, so I don't know. I'm just going off the terminologies on the internet. Anyways, it's just sad that Kodak Black has the talent that he has, and he's abusing all type of drugs. It says it here. He admitted to abusing other drugs like lean and Percocets. Like, it's sad, bro. Like, to think that somebody so talented is so deep into drugs. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay if you smoke a little weed and you drink a little liquor. Like, that's fine. But when you start getting into these other drugs that start controlling your mental health, physical and mental health, it's hard, because it really prohibits you from doing the things that you should be doing on a daily basis as an artist, as a star, as someone that the people like listening to. Like, Kodak Black has amazing talent. He has made amazing music, but to see him crashing out this way is super sad. And yeah, no matter how we want to put it, the cops did find drugs the day that they pulled up on him. They said that he had fell asleep or something behind the wheel, and they found a whole bunch of stuff in the car. And it's sad, you know what I mean? Because even if Kodak Black is doing these type of things, you got the type of money to have a driver. If you're going somewhere, just hire a driver, bro. Just hire a driver, my guy. But anyways, I don't know if Kodak Black is going to be able to drop an album in 2024. This is not looking good. You know, he's violated probation a whole bunch of times. Like, you know what I mean? It's crazy at this point. I don't think that Kodak Black is going to be out anytime soon. And yo, man, Uncle Trump, man.
Get him out of here!
That's exactly what he's saying right now, man. You guys know that Kodak Black was pardoned by Donald Trump. And now he's back in jail. It's like, come on, man. Come on.
Get him out of here!
I gotta give it to him. I fuck with Kodak, man, but yo, you gotta do better, my guy. AI rappers. Oh man, AI rappers are taking over. It says here, with the technology reaching new and sometimes scary heights daily, debates on the ethical ramifications of its use online continue to rage on within hip hop. There have been some solid cases for the use of AI. For example, legendary rapper and NWA ghostwriter DOC is using technology to recreate the voice he lost during a near fatal crash in 1989. Beanie Siegel is also contemplating using it for a similar reason. It is what it is, man. AI raps are really taking over in 2023. AI rappers, some of AI rappers' songs sound better than the same rapper song. Like, I gotta be honest with you. I done heard some songs from Drake that sound decent. You know, not better than Drake, but I'm just saying, like, they sound decent. You know what I mean? It's good and bad because we get to recreate music again, right? But then people are like, I don't want to hear it if it ain't from the artist. It is what it is, man. Sometimes it's better to have something than nothing, right? I guess it will be dope to hear something good with a good production and good AI of some old Biggie, some new Biggie. You know what I'm saying? Using some of his old lyrics and something maybe mixed up. I don't know, man. I like it and I don't like it. You know what I mean? I don't like it because a lot of people are using it in a bad way. But anyways, let's keep moving on because we're 27 minutes into this video. Yo, guys, hit that bell up above and please like the video. If y'all watching this video, if y'all still here rocking with me, 27 minutes in, yo, hit that bell up above. No editing. This video is a straight cut. Straight cut. Y'all heard me. I'm over here freaking schmacked. We in the schmack. We here in the pen right now, too. We got the Penske in the building. You know what I mean? I'm over here slurring words, but I'm with y'all. It's like 2 in the morning right now. I'm making this video. We dropping this video by the morning. You guys are going to be watching it. Cheers.
Wow, it's the Schmack House.
We here, man. We always schmack. We always schmack.
Wow, it's the Schmack House.
Let's move on this list. Mystikal. Damn, nah, yo. Mystikal, listen, man. I don't think none of this new generation even knows any Mystikal. Mystikal was that guy back in the day, though. Now, let's see what it says here. It's been a while since we've heard any new music from One Time No Limit Soldier Mystikal. In fact, the last full-length album he dropped was in 2001, Tarantula. However, while he undoubtedly has some fire in the vault, like his long prohised Fish Grease mixtape and post-jail comeback album, That Many Fresh was finishing up over 12 years ago. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear nothing that's from 12 years ago. Like, come on, man.
Get him out of here!
The New Orleans rapper has found himself in a lot of hot water over the years, accumulating in his current fight for his life, literally. He was arrested in July of 2022 and charged with, among other crimes, first-degree rape. In conviction, the rapper will spend the rest of his natural life in prison. Given the severity here, we hope the rapper refrains from any lazy prison release or outdated vault complaints.
Wow, it's the Schmack House.
In an attempt to save his legacy, the MC once bragged, "If you saw him fighting a grizzly bear in the forest, you should help the bear." In this instance, it looks like he may have lost the fight. Damn. Yeah, man, that is sad, bro. That is sad that, you know, Mystikal has so much talent and, you know, Unfortunately, he's incarcerated. The crazy part is that I just read this right now and I did not know this. You know what I mean? I did not know that this man was found guilty on some first-degree rape charges. Like, that is crazy. Like, I'm gonna have to look into that. Well, we are gonna look into that and make a video on that because that is insane. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. So much talent just thrown right down the drain. It is what it is, man. But I gotta give it to him.
Get him out of here!
That's true. That's sad, bro. You shouldn't be doing that. I don't support that. Well, there you go. That was 10 rappers that shouldn't drop an album in 2024. Do me a favor, guys. Please hit the bell. It helps these videos fall right into the algorithm. This is fairly a new channel. We just broke 31,000 subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for tapping into the channel and showing love, subscribing. And y'all already know, man. I'll check you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Hit that bell, hit that subscribe button, share the content. I'll see y'all, man. Peace.